Hey, Crafty family, and welcome to another video by She's So Crafty. I have a bonus Dollar Tree video for you this week, and I'm sharing all of the amazing plus every day and Halloween finds that I could not wait to share. So let's dive in. Now I'm starting off in the plus sections, and the first thing I had to highlight was this Ad Tech glue gun. Now we remember a few years back when Dollar Tree came out with their own glue gun and it got recalled. Now we have an Ad Tech brand, which is a nice higher end brand, and it's in a mini glue gun style. It's only $3, so if you need an extra glue gun or just starting out, this would be perfect. Another item in the plus section, they have this 48-piece balloon arch kit. Now we've seen balloon arch kits all over the web, and they can be quite expensive, but this kit you can build your own. So it does come with 48 balloons total, which will include a combination of confetti balloons, your latex clear and color balloons. You get your arch strip with each one of them, and you get your glue dots. Now you can get them in that gold combination I just showed you. You also can get them in a pink combination, which would be perfect for a girl's baby shower. You can get multicolors like primary colors or rainbow colors, so you can mix and match these however you want to, and you can give that a try. But those are available and they are scanning at $5. This dinnerware set was also spotted at Dollar Tree in the plus section. So this is 48 pieces that includes 9-inch plates, 7-inch plates, 16-ounce cups, forks, spoons, and knives. This is scanning at $5. Also, another item that caught my eye was this. So this is one of those boom Bluetooth speakers. Now they did have multiple colors, but one thing that really stood out to me on this speaker is that it does have an FM radio. So if you do experience any outages, you still have an FM radio available in this item. So you can get a multiple color, choose whichever one you want, put it in your emergency kit, and you always have something available. Now I did want to reflect back on some of the 150 items I missed in my last video, and that is these wood cutouts. These are fairly large for Halloween crafts. They are $1.50. Look how large these are, and these will be great for crafting and so worth the $1.50 price. Another $1.50 item I missed last week was this one. So these are those yoga skeletons. Now they may look familiar because a version of them did come out last year. Now one thing you may notice, it was half the size of these. So they have doubled the size of these yoga posing skeletons, which is great. Now you can get a couple of different poses of these. You can get them in 3 different poses, and you can get them in a natural bone look. Now, if you didn't want natural, you can go with a gold. So they did have a gold option available. Now, if you love yoga or a yoga instructor and want to use something like this for decor, you can also paint these to match your office, your decor, whatever you love. I just think that these are such a great deal, and I'm so glad that they're so much bigger this year. So worth the $1.50 price point. So now we're going to head over to the plus section, and let me tell you, there are red dots everywhere. So I highly suggest that you get the Dollar Tree app on your mobile device so you can use it as a price scanner as you shop. So there will be no surprises at the register. There are so many new Halloween items, and we know prices are changing. Having the app will save you so much time in finding out a price. So some of the things that I saw in the Halloween plus is this one, this little statue with 3 little ghosts hugging. That one is really nice. And then they have this one with mummies, cats, and a ghost. Now, some of these prices may not be correct, but again, make sure you scan as you go. Now, one of my favorite kits to get is this, especially if I'm doing a tiered tray. They have 3 different kits available for Halloween. These are perfect for tier tray size. Now, they are marked at $5. Not sure if that's the price, but make sure you scan in store or on the app to verify before you get to the register. This is another item. Now I did see this last year. It's a little handle pumpkin and it has a light in it. I did pass on them last year, and then when they were gone, I needed one. They are marked at $3 for all 3 of these designs. Now I did check online at the Dollar Tree website. They are still scanning for $3. So if you have been waiting on this and you want to catch that price, definitely get them now because they are still scanning at $3 for this item. These were popular last year. They were $3. So they did mark these up to $5 this year, which I still think is a great deal for these because of the quality and detail in these little trinket jars. Now, if you are a fan of those little plant stems that look really creepy, kind of like, alienated, you can get those as well. I honestly are not a fan of these, but I'm sure that someone can be creative and DIY with these and decorate with them. And then make sure you scan them for the price because they have increased as well. They have these cauldrons. These are ceramic cauldrons, and each of them comes with the lid. So you can get this one with an iridescent finish, or if you don't like iridescent, you can definitely get one in all black. I think that's really cute. And these are scanning at $5. They also have a ceramic skull. Now there is a tiny light, a battery operated light on the inside so the eyes will glow, and that skull is scanning at $7. These large signs were new to me this year. I did not see them. So these are lighted Halloween signs. This one says Eek. It is 18 inches long, which is a large size. They also have another one in behind it. This one says Boo. It's battery operated. These signs are 18 inches and they're scanning at $7. Next to it was this creepy little mirror. Now I didn't have a chance to test it out in the store, but this one is motion activated. It's got animatronic, also creepy sounds and lights. I would love to know how this worked. If any of you guys have purchased this, let me know in the comments how this worked. This was a very interesting item. Again, this was something that needed to be scanned. So if you see this in store, scan for the current price. These metal haunted houses are so impressive. First of all, they're solid metal. I am a fan of a lot of things metal at Dollar Tree because once you see metal, I automatically see some level of quality in the item. So this haunted house silhouette is really nice, and it's a large piece, and it has a lighted little LED candle in the back. These are now scanning at $7. I still think that they're worth the whole $7. If you were finding something this large at a Hobby Lobby or other craft store, it would be much more than $6.99 or $7. Now they did have a couple of different designs. Here's another one with the haunted house on the hill. That one is also just $7. Now it does come with one little light built into the back, but I would put additional battery operated tea lights to get that maximized lighted effect if you're really going for that spooky vibe. These standing bowls, how cute are they? And they are metal, which is a bonus. So this one's like a little kitty skeleton. It has the top that looks like a little bowl to put all of your Halloween treats in. They do have a jack-o'-lantern version as well. This one looks like a little jack-o'-lantern with a little bow tie. That's really nice. Put some candy in those and let the kids serve themselves away, and that is $7. These metal iridescent pumpkins were something I did not see last year. So they're iridescent finished. They have the little gold leaf on them. And this was another one that if you scan it, it's still the same price as marked. So they have a tag on them for $3, but they are scanning for $3. So this is another one that if you want to grab it immediately. I don't know if the price will go up, but it's only scanning $3, the same as the tag says. These are new to me this year. I never seen these. These are metal witch hats. So they have little star cutouts, and they do have them in the color black. You can also get them in a version of orange as well. These are lighted. They have the little button battery lights at the bottom. So when it lights up, the little stars will light up. Great Halloween decor. These are $7 too. If you were lucky to grab those garlands at $3 last year, lucky you, they have gone up to $5 this year. So they did have 3 different versions of these garlands in stock at my store. I still think these are very well made. I really think they are great. Now, if you don't want to pay the $5, you can definitely DIY, make these yourself if you buy all the fabric and accessories. If you feel you can do it under the $5 mark, I would say go for it. But if you want something ready to go for $5, these are really adorable. The stuffed pillows have showed up back at the Dollar Tree. So they have the spooky cat. You can get a jack-o'-lantern face type pillow in that furry finish. If you like Hocus Pocus, they have the Hocus Pocus garlands. They do have a ghost there and a bat. Now, all of these fun pillows are now $6 at the Dollar Tree. So you can get multiples, decorate them in different areas of your home. If you really are deep into Halloween, they have so many different pillows. Now, and on that bottom shelf, they did have another one that said spooky with all those fun colors. So make sure you check out multiple stores for the best selection. They have these little trees. So these little trees are little spooky little vines. Some of them have purple spiders, and this one has a burlap sack. I love this one with this little pot. I think this pot is so cute, and it's got those little sparkly stems in there. Those trees are $7. More tabletop decor has come out. These are skulls. You can see it has those beautiful rose designs on the top. I love that color of the roses. And then they have one with a skull with a snake. The snake is gold, kind of wraps around there. They even have a pumpkin with the gold snake on there. That is neat as well. Now these are actually lightweight, but they are $7. All the detail is so nice in these. These little book stack lighted decor pieces, these are nice as well. So these are $7 a piece. Now it is lighted, so the skeleton's eyes will light up when you put the batteries in there. They also have this one. This one has a little bottle as well, with a poison bottle with a skeleton. And then the next one is a picture frame. Look at that. It has the skeleton in the picture frame, and that one lights up as well. And all of these are $7. And this frame is actually got a little weight to it too, so make sure you check that out when you go to the plus section. They have more decor, the sitting decor on the shelves. They do have these powdered bones glittered bottle. This one is $5, and it has that little eyeball at the top to be like a little cork. Now the next one is a silver skull. It's got that bird on the top, you know, that raven or that crow sitting right on the top, and that one is covered in like a light glitter. And then they have the skull on top of the black pumpkin. It's the crown skull, and it also has that snake vibe. So if you're into that really creepy skull and snake vibe, Dollar Tree really has you covered this year with all of these different designs, and make sure you scan these for the final price. Now, if you like these LED spider webs, they have a 60 count LED spider web in multiple colors, and these are scanning at $6. They also have brought some new signs this year. These are really cute. So they have all kinds of Halloween signs. Now the fall ones were $7, so I'm going to assume that the Halloween ones will be $7 as well, but make sure you scan these in store or on the app to make sure you get the right price. Look at these large pumpkin decor pieces. So these are plastic, but these would be great to sit around. They do have lighting effects with this. So you can get an orange pumpkin, you could get a white ghost, a really scary, creepy black pumpkin. You can get big smiles, small smiles. You can get the skeleton version. These are scanning at $6. Now this is so cute. I love this triple stack pumpkin. He's just a happy little guy, isn't that? So they did have the triple stack pumpkin here. They have one with the cat on the top, and then they have the tricolor one. These are $7. If you love cauldrons, they have battery operated bubble witch pots. They have a couple of different ones. You can get them in green and you can get them in purple. The ceramic trees are back, and they have them in ghost with white lights. You can get them in jack-o'-lantern in orange lights, or you can get them in black bats with purple lights. Now they do have the plain black and the iridescent black for $7. This was new to me this year. I've never seen this. So this is like a cage decor made out of bones. How neat is that? So it is battery operated because there is a candle on the inside. I can see that this can possibly be DIY'd for everyday decor. Just a few techniques. So this is scanning at $7 if you are interested in this item. This is a nice piece too. I didn't see this last year. So this is an RIP gravestone skull decor. It does light up and it's scanning at $7. But next to it, I have to mention these haunted houses. I did not see these last year. And first of all, these are not plastic. These are metal houses. The quality on this is very good. You know what? I'm a fan of all the metal items. These are scanning at $7. There is a couple of different styles of these. Now, this is the one that I grabbed. I just think there's so many possibilities with this, and being that it's metal, definitely worth the $7 price point. I don't think I can find a $7 metal haunted house anywhere else, so I definitely grabbed this one. If you are a fan of skeleton lights, they have a 20 count LED skeleton light set that you can get. This is scanning at $7 as well. I love these little skeleton stands. Now, these are stands for your carved jack-o'-lanterns. It's like the little body for them. So these are scanning at $7 as well. This mirror is another item that's returning from last year. Now, if you tilt it around, you'll see the facial expression changes on this. This does light up and it does play music. So if you want something like that, definitely check it out. This will be an item that you will need to scan in store to see what the new price was. I could not find it on the website, so make sure you scan it if interested. Now, I am glad that the trays have returned because they are nice metal trays. So I love the oval shape of these, and these are actually built very well. They do have 3 different designs on the inside of each of the trays, and they're very sturdy. I have a DIY idea for these, so that's why I picked up a couple of them last year. So make sure you check those out. And they were $5, but now they are $7. I still think that they're worth the $7 price point for a solid metal and sturdy tray. Now, these inflatables are making me feel some kind of way with the $20 price point. They were $15 last year, but when I did look online, they are matching Walmart and Amazon Energy with this price. So they're not beating their price, they're kind of matching it, but I still think I will pass on these inflatables for $20. But I will say I do like these candles. So the detail in this skull candle is really nice. I was actually kind of impressed by the carving. I have someone who loves the skulls design, so I definitely picked up one for them. And then they have one of these little candles with the little snake wrapped around it and the skull. Now, what I discovered about these candles is that these are bleeding candles. So they will bleed the red wax to have that blood dripping effect. And scan these to see the price. Now, all of the rugs have gone up, but only by $1. So these are only $6. And I was surprised at the quality because these ones here with the texture and the fiber is super thick. So they had 3 different ones that I spotted for the Halloween decor. I love this design because it's textured, but if you love that thick rubber backing, they have those for $6 as well. And they had multiple different rugs. I had to go to a couple locations to find all of them in the collection, but I found one that finally carried them all, and they are really nice. And of course, I've bought these in other seasons, and the color holds out very well. So make sure you try those out for $6. This is another one I'm on the fence about. So this is that dome decor. Now, if this dome was glass, I may give it a second look, but the fact that this is plastic and they still want $5 for this decor that I would eventually end up DIYing, this is something I would definitely pass on. But if you want something like this, it's going to be $7 with the new pricing. They have mist makers and a skull. So they have a white lighted skull. You can get a darker lighted skull. And then the last one looks like a cauldron pot. And these are also another item that you'll have to scan to get the final price. Now, this was a new item for me too. I'd never seen these iridescent looking pumpkins. Now, when I tried the lighting on, I was really surprised because it's so bright and cheery. And when you think of Halloween, you think of spooky and gloomy. But this was actually kind of enlightening. So when I was pressing the little tester button, you could see how bright and sparkly these jack-o'-lanterns were. Really, really nice. I was really impressed with that. So they did have that one, and they also had one that was in a ghost. And I'm noticing the ghost one looks more kind of a blue color. So make sure you check those out. Those are $7. If you're a fan of mercury glass, check these out. Now, these aren't glass, but they are plastic, but they do have that mercury glass look. So you can get them in a ghost design or a candy corn. And these are lighted, so they'll have that lighted look. And these are scanning at $5 if you are interested in these pieces. These pumpkins caught my attention because, first of all, they're metal, and look, they have that little diamond trim on the edge. Really nice. It has a candle on the middle. Really nice design. Now, these were actually scanning at only $5, which is what it's marked, so definitely grab that one. Now, one I won't be grabbing is this. So this is a stuffed pumpkin. It's an average size, and it's marked 5, but it is scanning at $7. Now, they did have a couple versions. They had that one, and they had this stripe one. Not a fan for $7, but I'm sure it would make someone's home lovely. But if you want it, it will cost you $7. More metal was around the way, so my ears perked up. I saw this piece that returned from last year. This is a boo sign with little lights on it. It is battery operated. It does light up. They have this one that looks like a little ghost. This one has lights as well. And then they have the cat that says eek. I love that these are battery operated. You can change it out and remove the battery, store it. And since it's metal, it's going to hold up, and they were ringing up $7. The tiered trays have returned, and this is the 13-inch 3-tier tray that has the skull. This is a really large tray, so I was really impressed with this last year and still remain impressed with the size. Now, you can get this one. These are scanning at $7, or you can get the round one that has little spider web designs on it. This one's also scanning at $7. Now, I think that the hardware alone on a lot of these trays is worth the price because it has metal support. And you can DIY and change out those plates. There is a way you can do that. So just getting it for the hardware is worth the investment. Speaking of more metal, they have outdoor signs. So they do have this boo sign, which is really nice. I love this one, and they all come with the stakes included. The one behind it, that one says boo as well, but you can see it has a little ghost on there. That one is really cute too. Here's one that says RIP. All these metal items are really nice, and they're only scanning at $6. If you're looking for solar lights, they had this one here. I did not see an updated price on it, so you will need to scan it in store. But this has those eyeballs on it, so when it does charge up during the day, the little eyeballs will light up. I think that would be great, to kind of celebrate that whole Halloween vibe if you're having a party or get together. Now, here's another item that hands down is still worth the price, even though they've raised it $2 to $7. This is an A-frame display. At $5, it was a steal. At $7, it's still a great deal. They had multiple designs, and you can decorate them however you want. Here is a little magic ball. I saw these last year, but then they're back this year. So these have lights and sounds. It is battery operated, and this is now scanning at $7. I loved this little clock when I saw it. It really did catch my eye. It is motion activated, plays music, and all the things. The only disappointing fact is that it is plastic. I really do wish it was metal, but still, look how gorgeous this is. I think this still would make a great DIY project idea. So yeah, I think I'm gonna grab this one. Here's another item that I think is really neat. This is the light and sound skeleton bowl with the little motion activation, the lights, the creepy little hand. You can put it on the porch and have candy, for your trick-or-treaters. This is one you will have to scan in store. I believe this one is $7. These tall metal signs are always a favorite, and they have them for Halloween. I saw the stacked jack-o'-lanterns and the skeleton. Now, the ones that were sold out are the ghost and the cat. But being that they were $7, I totally understand why they're such a good deal. And then these hammered-looking metal little pumpkins. These are metal. They do have the lights inside with the handle, and I love that hammered finish. It just makes it look so rustic. Really, really nice. Now, you can get them in an orange. You can get them in a galvanized looking rustic metal, or you can get them in black, and you can see it has a little bit of rusticness on there as well. And you can keep these as is. You can paint them, decorate them however you want. And they have a hook or a line where you can hang them up if you wanted to. I hope you guys find these awesome items. Now, if you missed my $1.50 or less Halloween finds videos last Sunday at the Dollar Tree, check it out now by clicking the link in the upper right hand corner of this video, or click the link provided in the description box below. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me on this shopping trip today. And if you want to see the items I've created with my Dollar Tree supplies, you could check out my Dollar Tree crafts playlist with hundreds of projects that will inspire you to get creative too. Now listen, I hope you all find these videos helpful to make your shopping experience easier by knowing about the latest arrivals, the price changes, and store updates at Dollar Tree. If this helps you, let me know by leaving a thumbs up, and be sure to leave a comment letting me know your Dollar Tree favorites. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you will be notified ahead of time when we go live. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.